All right, little project that I thought might be interesting. Ain't had nothing too appealing lately that thought anybody might want to watch. So anyway, this big hickory tree was undermined all the way back to the tap root, and we reached across the bank and pulled out some of this and packed back up and under it. And then of course we put down fabric from here all the way up to where you see it ended right yonder, because this was a bad impact for the creek, the way it rolls around. And then of course we having to dump way out yonder the gravel, or not gravel, but the riprap, and towed it in with a skid steer, and be a decent amount of cleanup when we're done, but just is what it is. But from here on up, that bank, we're gonna be fine without putting fabric. I don't recommend it, but this application, I'm gonna turn that water to where it ain't hitting it so hard. But there's enough root system in here, and it don't take as hard of an impact of the creek when it gets up pretty heavy. So we'll just pound it back in and probably reach over here and pick up a little bit off this side, bring in right down here at the foot of it, and stop right in here. And the only reason I'm going to do the rest of this is when I brought a load of rock in, this is extra, so we'll just give a little bit. And like I said, that was figured. This year's just extra, and don't mind giving it while the rock's on site. But let's crawl up in the mini here and see if we can't start laying some rock. Of course, this might be boring to some, but I figured it's better than some of the stuff I've been working on. And I know when I'm watching videos, I like to watch stuff that's exciting. I think we need to be right in there. Y'all may not want to listen to bluegrass gospel, so we'll cut that down. Don't get crazy high. It's just once it started washing out, it got a foothold, it went to washing. So I think that's high enough. Let's go over here and shape this bank up a little bit. Root, you see that, I guess it's pretty tight. Get a slope too steep, your rock won't set on it. It don't take much water force to get it to move. As I always say, it ain't rocket science. There's just a few things you need to pay attention to. This water flow on this creek was any more, see, that's got a decent slope. We'll work with that. And don't nobody fuss at me for sitting sideways on this bank. This is a no-no. This is when you pull the machine over in the creek. Get up here and tear the yard up. The less damage I do, the less thing I can do to clean up before I leave. That sand is good about draining that I'm pulling up here. Be nice to let it sit for a while, but gosh, it's a lot of sand washing. Get it up there on the side and let it drain. Until it drains, it's just like a slurry. It just keeps running. If I get my rock started at the bottom, there is a good slope. I broke the limb off. Oops. Out of your hair here in just a minute, little tree.